it's our birthday.
Hello! Welcome to a brand new edition of 406 Broncos. As you can see, we're a little bit
Festive.
and updated from previous
I thought you were
videos.
going to talk about this.
Oh,
well,
well.
I guess not festive, per se. Well, what would be the right word? Festive? For party?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a Christmas thing to say.
Well, we are celebrating the 1 year anniversary or birthday of 406 Broncos. We started doing these videos a year ago. And so, obviously, we're moving in different directions. We've added intro, which we're really happy with. And we're going to...
I'm Coney Ears, by the way. You forgot to introduce us.
Yeah, I'm Dakota, and this is my partner, Coney Ears. So, we're going to be doing some shorter videos,
Yes!
today. Today we're going to be talking about free agency. We're a little bit behind, but we kind of wanted to wait and see how everything...
Progressed.
Shaked out and stuff like that. If throughout a couple weeks worth of free agency, and there have been quite a few moves on the Broncos' end. So we're just going to go over some of the main acquisitions we've got, some of the departures, and
Too much echo.
yeah, I'm about done with it too. So I'm gonna list off a couple names here. These are our main departures that we've had. So, Darian Stewart, Shaq Barrett, Matt Paradis, Brandon Marshall, Bradley Roby, Shane Ray, Damata Pecco, Tremaine Brock, Billy Turner, Matt Lacoste, Max Garcia, and Jared Veld here. One name off that list. Who do you think is the biggest loss of all those guys?
Matt Paradis.
I 100% agree.
Matt Paradis, number 2, I believe, would be Shaq Barrett.
Mm-hmm. I can agree with that as well. Damata Pecco, I think that's another one that was kind of hard loss. He's an older guy, but...
Yeah, he was older. I just liked his, spirit there,
Yeah.
He's one that we could just get rid of for the talent aspect of everybody, but... I liked him there because he liked to be there, kind of thing. Right. So that's one thing I have a heart for people is when they really do enjoy being there, I want them to be there.
Right, but Matt Paradis leaving is a big hole to fill. Apparently, we're going to move Connor McGovern over to center, and then we also losing Max Garcia and Veld here. Those are big losses to the O-line.
Wait, was that a sure thing? It says to be determined.
Well, he's on free agency. We already filled the spot with Dwayne James.
Okay.
So, but we have a lot of positions as far as the guard position and the center position that we kind of got to worry about now. Leary's still on the team, so we'll see how that goes. It depends if he stays healthy and whatnot. But I do think Paradis going is the biggest loss of all these. I do want to point out, though, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these guys, including Max Garcia, were on the Super Bowl team that we lost this year.
Ooh.
So 7 Super Bowl champs of that 2015 year gone. And that's kind of heartbreaking a little bit. Do want to say to all those guys, to everybody who's been a major part of the team, Matt Paradis, Darian Stewart, even Bradley Roby, because he did make a big difference. Brandon Marshall, a big mile-high salute to all those guys because they will forever hold a championship in Denver.
Brandon Marshall, mile-high half salute. You went to the Raiders.
I know. I mean, you gotta get a guy.
Half salute.
Yeah. I agree. So those are our big departures on that end. Let's go with acquisition. So here are the moves that we've made as far as going out in free agency. Kareem Jackson. What are your thoughts on that one?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Kareem Jackson for acquisition.
For that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm a little... man, these are some hefty dollars they're throwing out. That's what I don't like about it.
Right. He's 31 years old, and we're paying him pretty good money for that.
Well, how old was Darian Stewart?
Same age. I looked it up.
Really?
Yeah. But Kareem Jackson's production has not necessarily fallen as harshly as
Darian Stewart.
And one thing I will say about Kareem Jackson that I really liked was that he's been very healthy through his career. Like he's maintained quite a lot of starts.
In reality, 3 years. I mean, yeah, you can work with that with the safety too, I believe. But
well, see, and I think he's gonna I'm not sure exactly where his role is. I'm not sure if he's going to be a cornerback or a safety because he's played most of his career as a cornerback, and then last year he played a little bit of safety, which he says he likes to play both. So I'm not really sure exactly
wasn't it with Houston they said that he worked better as safety there? Like
they moved
for one, like I heard they had issues with him getting burned as cornerback. This is what I've heard.
Right.
Rumors.
See, I heard it was because they were not very healthy at at the safety position, so they moved him over. I don't know. I think he would play fine at either position. I think we have depth at the safety position with Will Parks and Sua Cravens that we don't really need him as a safety. We need him more as a cornerback because that's what we really need.
Yeah.
And we also went out and got Bryce Callahan, another big acquisition. I really like this pick.
Like that one.
I really like this pick because he already knows the Vic Fangio system. He's already familiar with that. Great nickel corner. So we're going to see more of him in the nickel, I believe, than Chris Harris, which is...
I don't know. That's weird because he is the nickel corner.
Right. But now watch us, maybe swap him in and out.
Yeah.
That could really be a good move too. And he's going to get to learn from Chris Harris a little more. He's a young guy. That's one thing I really like is he's only been in the league for 4 years. Not, I shouldn't say only, but he's still that young. But I do like the Bryce Callahan signing because either way that adds a cornerback to a position that we are desperately need.
I would say that would be the number one necessity for Denver Broncos is getting that secondary on par.
100%.
Heck, I don't even know what the number two probably linebacker. I think it's mainly, I would say, offensive line like every year.
Yeah.
But that defense, man, we know for sure that defense is like the championship winners. Because we had not that great of an O-line when we won. Mm-hmm. Then again, we had the Sheriff.
We had a better O-line than we have the last few seasons, though.
Yeah, but also we had Peyton Manning, which is just... But
always a nice thing.
I mean, that's another thing to talk about is the whole quarterback situation we have not discussed yet.
Well, we did a little bit. Remember we had the Flacco video?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, we talked about when we got Flacco. But we will we'll disclose a little more about Flacco. First, before we get to that, because I wanted to close with Flacco as far as like the acquisitions. As you mentioned, O-line, we did sign Juwan James. Made him the highest paid right tackle in football, which I'm a little bit miffed about that.
Look at these payouts. 51, 33, 21. Like,
I know.
Holy crap, dude.
James.
With 3 guys. I mean,
what I don't like is that we're paying that to Juwan James, but that's what Matt Paradis would have taken to go somewhere. You know what I mean? Much less. And almost for the same duration.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know.
To make Juwan James the highest paid, we'll see. As far as the biggest acquisitions that we've made on O-line, the biggest one is Mike Munchak. And that's where we're going to have to see if he can make Juwan James the best right tackle in football. Because if you're going to be paid the best, you got to be the best, in my opinion. We're going to see if Garrett Bowles can get out of his funk that he's been in for the last couple seasons. And hopefully he can be the Garrett Bowles that we drafted him to be. And that lies on Mike Munchak. And we're going to see how that works out. Because I think Munchak is the best thing that we got in the offseason as far as offensive line goes.
I was going to say, as far as coaching?
No, as far as offensive line. And then last, Joe Flacco. So Joe Flacco, we got the trade with Joe Flacco. What you had some thoughts on that, I do believe.
I don't know. It's hard to completely disagree with Elway in quarterbacks because I mean he's been hit and miss. For one, I was not very excited about the whole Joe Flacco trade. Trade. that happened previous. But John Elway, being John Elway, I don't know if he's trying to do a whole Peyton Manning ordeal 2.0. It's not going to work out the same. It's really not. It's not Peyton Manning.
Right.
Joe Flacco is not Peyton Manning, but he is a veteran.
Has a lot of starts.
He has a lot of starts. He's been in the game for a while. I would say my main concern is keeping him healthy, because obviously he wasn't this last season. And we need that O-line. Hopefully with Mike Munchak, this is going to be a good situation. But yes, on the pro side of it all, I am eager to see the veteran QB style that, I'm comfortable with.
Right.
I'm just scared about injuries and stuff.
Well, and we know every quarterback plays better when they're standing on their feet. So, I agree. I think, like we said before in the other video, I think Flacco is pretty much the same type of quarterback as Keenum. He's going to give you the same production. However, he does have more starts. He has more starting experience. He has more, he just has more experience.
He's a Super Bowl winner.
He's a champ. Yeah, he knows how that goes. So you just need to give him the weapons, and we'll see what happens. I definitely don't think he's the long-term answer. I don't think Elway thinks he's the long-term answer. He's trying to say that Flacco's in his prime. I think everybody sees through that. He's just trying to make us believe in the future. You have to.
I would debate on that one.
And it's true. I mean,
I would say Elway might be right on that, because that was Elway's prime. Elway was older and won back-to-back Super Bowls.
Right.
Also, he's not a scrambler. Scramblers kind of have a shorter life because they get older and they can't run as fast. He's a pocket passer. That's all he's got to do. Really.
Well, and I like a lot of the things he said in his press conference. He said that he feels the healthiest that he has in a long time. He feels
injury.
Well, he feels ready to go. Is basically what he's saying.
Well, I hope this brings in a fresh start. He's gonna have that new guy, like, excited mentality.
Yeah.
He was probably getting burnt out over the Baltimore Ravens. We already knew that.
Yeah. He even mentioned that.
Yeah, he was mentioning that. So I hope, and I think there is like a little bit of a relief, excitement, knowing that you're going to a prestigious, like, what
organization.
There you go. Organization. Like, everyone has kind of a smile on their face when they know they're going to go to, like, Denver Broncos or, like, the New England Patriots. Something like that,
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, man, they have a good record, so.
And if there's one thing I will say, it's this. Whether you love him or you hate him or you disagree with the move, you have to support it, because, I mean, if you're a true Broncos fan, if your quarterback fails, your team fails. And I know no Broncos fan wants us to fail. So, I mean, I'm going to jump behind Joe Flacco because that's our quarterback. No matter what, whether we draft a quarterback, whether we take a quarterback next year, Flacco is our quarterback this year. So you got to get behind the guy. Real quick before we end up this video, a couple other moves. We re-signed Jeff Hireman. I like that.
Yeah.
We re-signed Zach Kerr, which I also think that was a good move. We executive, I don't remember exactly the term for it, but we kept on Shelby Harris, and we kept on.
Yeah. Good on Shelby Harris, dude.
We signed the exclusive rights tenders for Wolf.
I thought Todd Davis was one.
No, he was signed to a contract last year. Emmanuel Sanders and Wolf are signed to their options. And then there was one other one, too, and I can't remember who it was. Joe Jones, I think. Or no, it was... dang it. I'm not going to remember it. But safety. I believe he was a safety. But really good special teams player. I can't remember his name now. But those are good moves, too. And then also re-signed Kevin Hogan. Which, to me, tells me we're not taking a quarterback in the draft. And I don't think we should. But we'll get to the draft stuff on a different day where we will make our draft predictions. And we will...
I don't think we should. I think there's a bigger draft class next year.
Oh, quarterback? Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we shouldn't do it this year, but...
Well, like I said, we'll discuss draft stuff in a later week when we're getting a little closer to draft.
Right. All right. It's time to go bye-bye.
Cheers to another year of 406 Broncos. Thank you for watching. For anybody who's subscribed, we appreciate your loyalty. Please share. Tell your friends.
Let's see if we can't double the number of our subscribers. We want all Montana to be watching us.
Yeah, all 60.
Yeah.
Because that would be double.